you put a lasagna on top of another lasagna, does it become one giant lasagna, or is it still two separate lasagnas? It's obviously two lasagnas. What? Gentlemen and gentlewomen, today we are reviewing Reddit because Reddit be making wild claims that we don't even know the answers to. We're gonna be looking at no stupid questions. Are there dumb questions? Yes, I believe so. And it is my job today to figure out if these questions are actually stupid or are they not. And I'm gonna be proving Reddit and their mods wrong, because if they weren't stupid, then they wouldn't be there. My decision on whether it's dumb or not is basically gonna be if it's a very straightforward answer, or if it has a simple conclusion, or if it's not a deep thought that, you know, I didn't think twice about at all. And in order for me to win, I gotta find 5 of these. Hopefully 5 of these. Maybe if I find 5 smart ones first, I don't know. I'll figure it out as I go. Let's go. All right, I wanted to start with this question because it was actually boggling my mind because I heard it, so I searched it up, and that's how I came across this Reddit. If you put a lasagna on top of another lasagna, does it become one giant lasagna, or is it still two separate lasagnas? This is such an obvious dumb question because it's two separate lasagnas no matter what. There's gonna be people that say, no, it's one lasagna. But let me tell you why you disagreeing doesn't make this a non-stupid question. Let me give you an example. If you told me your name was Jake, and then I asked you a second later, is your name Jake? That is a dumb question. Why? Because you just told me your name. Even if I thought your name was, I don't know what analogy I'm trying to get at, but basically just because someone disagrees with the answer doesn't mean the question is not dumb. A question could be dumb where people disagree on the answer, but let me tell you why this is a dumb question, because it's obviously two lasagnas. If you get one finished lasagna and another finished lasagna and stack it on top of each other, they're two separate products. They were made separately. They get stacked on. It's just a lasagna stacked on another lasagna. If you get two finished cookies and stack them on top, they're two cookies. If you get two finished cakes and stack them on top, they're two cakes. It never becomes one unless you take apart both top and bottom layers that are kind of crusted and then put them together and then melt them in the oven together. Or if you stack them raw first and then put them in the oven together and make one lasagna. This is literally just the obvious answer. It's always two products. It never turns into one just because it's on top of each other. If I lay on top of another human, there's not one human now. There's still two. So that's one stupid question we found. When we get a 5, I'm gonna say the video ends. What's stopping me from just going to university, attending lectures, and just learning about stuff? Nothing, bro. Nothing. Nothing's stopping you. It's a public university. You could just go to the lecture. You don't have to pay. You're just not gonna get a degree. Plenty of people have done this. Plenty of people have talked about it. They have lectures free on the internet. That's a dumb question. I don't care. That's a dumb question. Unless you pull up like to a community college unannounced in a little 20-person class, then you're obviously gonna be like, what are you doing here? Not part of it. You could go to any big lecture, public university, maybe some private. I know Harvard, you could do that too. So no, that's a dumb question. Nothing's stopping you. That's 2 dumb questions already. Why do lesbian couples have the highest divorce rates while male gay couples have the lowest? I don't think I was too aware of this. I would actually say, automatically, I would say this is a valid question because I don't know if there's a, you know, perfectly correct answer. I know some people are gonna be like, that means women are the problem because women have higher divorce rates. Or that means gay men are perfect for society because they have the lowest divorce. Something like that. People are gonna take the extremes and do something like that. The stereotype is that lesbians commit hard and early after not knowing the person very well. Gay men have the opposite stereotype of being slow. You know, I don't know about lesbian couples. I haven't heard, like, I haven't heard nothing about lesbian couples, but there's some creators, content creators that I've watched, and the stereotypes about gay couples is that they're damn near always in an open relationship. So if you're in a relationship or married, but it's open, you're never gonna get divorced because there's no reason to get open because you don't even believe in cheating. That's what I've heard from gay male couples. So maybe that's why it's the lowest. But for lesbian divorce rates, why they're the highest? I'm gonna be honest, I could not tell you. I know a lesbian who has been married and divorced 4 times in 10 years. Oh, some 80% of gay couples have open or polyamorous. That's what I said. That's what I thought. Women do initiate the divorce. Even in straight couples, women initiate divorce. So in a double woman relationship, then if somebody gets fed up so quickly, one of them is gonna initiate it way quicker than if it was a male female or male male. And then male male have a lot of open. Yeah, we came to the conclusion, but it wasn't a stupid question. Why are girls' white shirts see-through but guys' white shirts on? What? Is this guy dumb? Did he just say why are girls' white shirts see-through but guys' shirts aren't? All white shirts are damn near see-through depending on the material. And if it's a heavily thick material, it's not gonna be see-through, but if it's a thin material, any shirt is gonna be see-through, guy or girl. Have you never seen a dude with a wet shirt and you could see his whole body? This is obviously a dumb question, right? I mean, everybody is talking about the shirts being thinner, but I think this is still a dumb question because it's obvious that if you get a thinner shirt, it's gonna be see-through. But even normal, regular white shirts from I have plenty of shirts. Even the shirt that I'm wearing right now is a pretty thin shirt. Like, you have to get heavier material. Maybe the market realized that women tend to buy thinner clothes or something, or that was kind of the fashion style and they pushed that. But why are we acting like not anybody could buy any clothes? Like, I've seen plenty of people, men or women, buy like some type of goofy shirt with some type of design or anything that's a thick material. This question is dumb. Like, they're trying to frame like a white t-shirts are sexy. Bro, it's just about the thickness of the material. If you buy a thin shirt, it's gonna be see-through no matter what color it is. If you buy a thick shirt, it's gonna be not see-through. Someone even said in the comments that with they have under makes it stand out more. And even thick shirts are see-through. If like what? Bro, I think that's the third stupid question. We're already almost gonna end this. Use of the term African American. Why in American cop shows and the like are all black people referred to as African American? Because not all black people have African heritage, right? And not all black people that live in America are American, right? So when a witness says they saw an African American male, do they just mean a black man? This is actually a real good question, because I think most people have thought this. When you refer to a black man, why do people just say African American? First of all, I think most black people that live in America don't even have African roots because of whatever the slave trade, or they say they can't even connect their roots back. It's literally just they're American their whole life. Their parents were born and raised in America. Their grandparents lived in America. So they're just American. There's no African. You know what I'm saying? It's like going up to a random white guy and saying you're Finnish American when the dude's literally growing up, or going up to a random Asian dude and saying you're Chinese American when the dude's literally grown up his whole entire life in America and his parents are American. Like, but I think the answer would maybe just be like it's a colloquial term, so they just refer to any black male African American. I don't even know, to be honest. Yeah, because when they refer to like a brown dude or a Hispanic looking dude or an Asian looking dude, they say Hispanic American, they say Asian man. Like, it's just a term used colloquially to, you know, identify what the person would kind of look like. Lewis Hamilton too. How do you feel about being the first African? They told Lewis Hamilton he's African. The dude is British, and I don't know what his roots are. He looks black, but he's British. He's from the UK. He's probably like Jamaican or something. Are we at 3 dumb questions that we found so far? Why do bands play so loud if everyone has to wear earplugs anyway? I mean, what? Do they have to like lower their I mean, at the end of the day, that isn't it the sound guy's fault for having the volume so loud, but isn't also that the atmosphere of going to a show with bands? But if it's so loud you have to wear earplugs, maybe you're just too close, or maybe you're going to a low quality band that doesn't know how to work their, you know what? I don't know, because there's plenty of like music festivals where they play music loud enough and people are close up and they don't have earplugs. But I've never been to a band festival. Maybe they don't know how, their sound guy is not good, because the sound guy wears the most powerful ear protection, is already deaf, and is sitting in the back. Okay, that makes sense. So the sound guy is deaf, so he doesn't realize that he's playing it extra loud. If women earn less for the same work, why wouldn't companies just hire only women and underpay them? All right, this is a dumb question on multiple levels. First of all, it's a dumb question because I just know it's like a little kid who watches Ben Shapiro. There's nothing wrong with that, because it's like one of those like conservative talking points from 2016. Like, it's cool, okay, pay gap, it's a myth, whatever people think. It doesn't matter. It's like, that's an old talking point. This is an old point. It's cringe. That's what matters, even if it's true or not. Why wouldn't companies just hire only women? Because that's probably illegal. You can't hire people based on gender and then discriminate other people because they're a different gender. Like, it's that simple. That's a dumb question. That's 4 dumb questions now. And also, you can't underpay people. That's literally illegal. They are whole industries based on this. They're usually the lowest paying fashion. Bro, they don't hire only women. It's just that it's typically women that are in those industries. But what are you talking about? Luke, who is working in factories, men, and they're still not even getting paid that much for that horrendous work and environment they're in. So that has nothing to do with the companies hiring people based on gender. It's just that's where these people tend to go because that's how they were raised, or that's what they're into, or that's what they feel like, whatever, right? All right, I'm not gonna lie, bro. I found way too many dumb questions. It's actually hurting my brain now. I hope this is not a dumb question. I'm just gonna hope. If it is, then I guess this is where the video ends, and it wasn't a long video. Maybe I'll do this again and go through more. What's the point of gendering single room bathroom? What does that even mean? Gendering single room bathrooms? I've noticed this a lot, specifically in fast food places. There's 2 bathrooms, each are single room bathrooms. One labeled women, one labeled men. 99% of the men's rooms don't have urinals, so there's nothing really distinguishing the two apart as far as I can tell. Is there a single legitimate reason, or is America just obsessed with meaninglessly gendering stuff? Oh my gosh, bro. This is literally the same as the last one. You saw that last person was like a 2016 Ben Shapiro watcher repeating the same talking points. This person's like a new age social justice warrior, like repeating 2019 talking points. Why can't people just make their own brain and stop asking dumb questions? The point of it is to distinguish between men's bathrooms and women's bathrooms. What if the men are dirtier, bro? Let's help women by keeping them in cleaner areas with women. Why are you complaining about that? Men don't have to sit down to go to the bathroom, so it's usually a shorter line or something, so you know which bathroom is going to be more disgusting. It's going to have something on the rid of the toilet. Women have to sit down, so it's going to be a longer line if people are waiting. It's literally just for organizational purpose. It's not that serious. If you think about it, it's wasteful. There's going to be some time when the men's room is empty and one or more women are waiting for the women's room to open up the opposites. You could just go in the men's room. Nobody's going to care or judge you. What? It's literally just for organizational purposes. It's not that crazy. In California, all single toilet bathrooms must be non-gendered. That's 1/7 of the US. I didn't even know that. I've seen places with 2 single person restrooms. One is labeled women's and the other is gender neutral. I'm assuming there's some law or it's kind of weird. I mean, bro, it's just a bathroom at the end of the day. It's not that serious. I've been preaching this for years since I went to a taco joint and the single restrooms were gendered and the men's one is broken and the women's one working. All the men were just going to the bathroom and I said, F that, and I used the women's room anyway. It's so stupid. It makes no sense to gender single restrooms. I mean, if you're gonna say nothing, then nothing makes sense. Then why do we have property? Why do we gender? Why do we have road signs? Why, like, this is so corny, bro. It's literally just for organizational purposes, it's not even that crazy. If one bathroom's empty, you could go in there. Nobody's gonna judge you. It's a single room anyways. In my head, if I was a girl, I would want it gendered so I know that the women's room is gonna be cleaner. That's literally all I would care about. And if it's wasteful or if it's unnecessary, you could still use the other restrooms. It's not prohibited for anybody. It's single room for a reason. It's not that serious. That's a dumb question. Reddit lied to me. I'm gonna be honest. Reddit lied to me. They said they had no stupid questions, and I feel like every single question was dumb. And I'm probably gonna get, hated on. If this video gets more than 20 views, everybody's gonna be like, no, you're wrong about that. I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry if I am. I was just talking out of my head. I wasn't thinking too hard about it. It's not that serious, okay? Please leave me alone. Don't kill me. But yeah, man, that was fun to do. I'm gonna be the greatest YouTuber of 2028. One of these years, one of these decades. Bye. Have a good one. And if you have a stupid question, put it in the comments down below and I'll tell you if it's dumb or not. It's probably not because I know most people here are smart.